God, do I hate being stuck. It's such a horrible feeling, and it puts me back so much, especially when I steer away from all that I've worked so hard to cultivate for myself. Stagnance, slowness, waiting, watching. It's all, I'm so sick of it. Like, it's not something that I can sustainably continue, for obvious reasons. It's not something that is, gosh, it's so hard for me to just be myself. Because it's hard for me to understand what that means. What it means to be myself. It's such a great question. Stagnancy is something that has put me back so much in life. The indecisiveness, the multi-passionate mindset that I have is all good and great. However, it really inhibits me from coming to a conclusion on what I actually want to do and what I want to dedicate my time to. And I end up just shooting into the dark when I don't know what to shoot at. And that whole process of shooting in the dark over and over and over again and doing it insufficiently, doing it half-assed, it weighs you down. It makes you believe that you are incapable of doing anything. And it's such a sad tragedy to have to go through that and then live with the mindset of, oh, I can't do anything. I've tried everything and I've failed. But your efforts were not thorough. They were not what they could have been if you had committed, if you had clarity in knowing what you want to do. If you had truly locked in and put your mind where your hands are, there would have been a lot more progress that way. And I do believe that everybody needs to be shooting in the dark a little bit in order to reach that conclusion themselves. But the tragedy is when somebody thinks they are incapable of doing anything because of that. And I was just leaning off the tip of that cliff. And it's funny. It's funny. Just how one lapse of remembrance can really set you back if you don't remember the truth of the situation, if you don't remember who you are. Goodness gracious. I feel like I've spent this whole year, we're in June, January, February, March, April, May, June. It's been a half a year, plus more, of walking around, just looking into different shops, window shopping, and then walking out and starting at the same place is what it feels like. Just starting at the same place over and over again. I feel like any human being would just like see that situation and be like, oh my God, I give up. Like, what am I even good at? If you've sat here, you've looked at it all. And somehow you've tricked your own brain into thinking that you've tried your hardest. Tricked your brain into believing that this is all life has to offer you. Like, wow. You must be a boring person to have that and live with that for the rest of your life and not even try to go against it and try to find another solution and answer. It's so important for you to always ask the question of how can I solve this? Because you are always capable of doing what you were meant to do. And what you are meant to do is what you believe you are meant to do. And as long as you continue asking the question, how do I solve this? It could take you a long time. But eventually you will come up with the answer. And you will not be like the rest of the people who truly believe that they are incapable. I'm now going through the phase of what every person in almost every situation, business, creating something for themselves, an interest, a skill, investing, anything that anybody has went through the phase of, well, why even try? What the is this? This exactly is the reason why people give up. The negative emotions that come along with it. The stagnance. The feeling like you're going nowhere. The sorrow. The shooting in the dark. The uncertainty. The absolute uncertainty. The paralysis. It's all reasons for why people choose the easy way out. It's so clear. It's so clear to me now. And I'm just right in the middle of it. The process of becoming is not talked about enough. Like, whatsoever. The process of creating holds a lot of people back because there is so much to it. Depending on what you want for yourself. I'm glad I was able to wake myself up. And this is not the only time I've had to wake myself up. I have been tracking through the muck and then falling over, getting back up and literally falling over again, getting back up, falling over. And this is like, this feels like another one of those times where I'm getting up and I catch myself, but I'm gonna fall again. And I'm not gonna jinx myself. I'm not gonna have that path set in stone for myself. But that's what this stage of my life feels like. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. It's so frustrating. Why? Why does something like this even need to be a part of the journey? Like, I just have... It's like I'm walking blind. And all in all, I know that something will come out of it, because obviously everything has an answer. Everything has a solution. Everything has a treasure to see. And it is pretty damn harsh. But if you think I'm going to stop here, I'm just going to embrace walking in the darkness. I'm just going to embrace going around in circles. I'm going to find the beauty in this situation instead of moping. And it's really all a human experience, feeling like you're incapable. But you have to be critical. You have to be discerning. You have to see what's real. And even if you don't want to admit it, what's real for me is I judged my half-assed actions as me lunging for something at optimal power and said, I tried. I can't do it. And that is why I'm incapable, because I haven't tried. I actually haven't tried. That's the joke. And until I completely lock in and I really fully immerse myself in the challenges that are presented to me, instead of just dipping my toes in, jumping in, I will not find the clarity I'm looking for. And it's pretty good. It's really damn good that I've come to this conclusion after sitting here for ages, wondering and pondering and sulking. It's like I'm a child. It's like I'm so immature that I cannot commit. I cannot It's as simple, all of my answers are just do it. And just do it is what it is. Just do it.